Hey, what's going on? It's Jerry Gleam back on the scene here with another video. Today, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make your 808s hit hard and cut through the mix. So let's hop right in and get to it. Okay, so first off, let's just go ahead and take a listen to the song that we're going to be working on today. Keep in mind that I'm in FL Studio, but you can use any software that you want, Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Ableton. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to be showing y'all the processing that you need to apply to your 808s.
I've been trying to find myself for some time. I fell behind, and it seems that I may have lost track of who I am. And I've been tracing my steps, trying to pick up what's left.
Okay, so to begin with, I just wanted to say that I learned this technique from watching a video by Jaycen Joshua. If you don't know who he is, he's one of the top mix engineers in the game. And so I just wanted to give credit where it's due. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is just make two separate copies of your 808. Okay, so they're gonna be the same 808 pattern. You're just gonna make duplicate copies of this 808. So you'll see here in my mixer that here on channel 2, I have my first 808 loaded in this mixer channel, and then my second 808, it's the same 808, it's just being routed to channel number 3. And then both of these 808s are routed out to my 808 bus. So we're gonna do a couple of different things processing wise to each 808 to make them sound different. And then we're gonna blend them in together. So on the first 808 channel, I have an EQ here with a high pass and a low pass filter. The high pass filter is set at about 50 Hertz. And then the low pass filter is set at about 260 Hertz. The goal here with this EQ is just to isolate the lower frequencies of the 808. I don't want any of the mid-range frequencies or the higher frequencies here on this 808's channel. We're gonna do something with those frequencies later on the other 808's channel. But moving on with this 808, the next thing we're gonna do is add some compression to just smooth the signal out. You'll see here I got a medium attack time and a fast release time. So with the attack time set at about 50 milliseconds, it kind of just lets the punch of the 808 pass through the compressor without destroying the transient. And then I have the release time set to a fast setting just to really quickly let go of the signal. I just want some gentle compression here. The ratio is set at 4, and then I just lower the threshold to where I get about 2 to 3 decibels of compression or gain reduction right here on this meter. So let's go ahead and just mute everything but this 808 and take a listen. Okay, so we did a good job at isolating those lower frequencies of the 808 right there on this 808's channel. So that gives us control over all of those really powerful frequencies that sit in the lower register of the EQ spectrum. Okay, so moving on to our second 808's channel. This is the exact same 808, right? We're just routing it to a separate channel, and we're gonna be doing the exact same thing to begin with. We have the EQ doing the same thing, isolating those lower frequencies. And then we're moving into some compression, the same settings right here. And then here's the trick is we're gonna move into what's called a tube screamer. And this is basically a guitar pedal like distortion plugin. And it's gonna have some power and crunch that it's going to add to the 808. So right here, I have it set to the 808 setting. And then on the drive knob right here, this is how you're gonna control how much distortion you want to add to the 808. And then the tone knob is going to control like how dark or how bright the actual distortion that you're adding to the 808 is. So just kind of experiment with the tone knob. And then you have the output gain knob right here, the level control. This is just going to control the volume of the 808 as it leaves the plugin. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to add another EQ plugin directly after our distortion plugin. And what we're gonna do is try to isolate these newly added in frequencies coming from the distortion plugin. So my high pass filter is set at 566 Hertz and my low pass filter is set at 2156 Hertz. So this EQ is capturing that mid-range frequency content in this distorted 808. So it gives us control over the mid-range. So let's go ahead and take a listen to this 808 by itself. So it's almost like the 808 is a whole new instrument at this point. It has a lot of presence, and this is going to help people really, hear that bass when it's being played back on like cheap speakers or an iPhone. Any device that really can't play back that lower frequency information that the 808 usually lives in, this 808 channel is going to really make up for that. But you also have the other 808 channel playing back those lower frequencies, and those are there for the bigger speakers that can really play back that material. So let's take a listen to both of them playing back together at the same time. Okay, so it's sounding pretty good, and you just want to blend the volume of each of these 808 channels together in regards to the whole mix. You can really actually use these volume faders right here on the mixer channel itself, but I actually just control the volume with the output gain knob on my plugins. So do it however you'd like, but just make sure that you're finding a good blend between the two. Let's go ahead and take one more listen with everything unmuted so we can really hear the 808s in regards to the whole entire mix.
I've been trying to find myself for some time. I fell behind, and it seems that I may have lost track of who I am. And I've been tracing my steps, trying to pick up what's left. Now I'm caught up.
Okay, so one last thing to mention here is you can always turn up the volume of your 808s to make them more present in the mix, but this being a acoustic based song, I didn't want the 808s to really overpower everything. I just wanted to add them in to be kind of subtle. So definitely keep in mind the vibe that you're trying to go after when you're placing the 808s within your mix. All right, so that's it for today. I hope y'all learned something. If you're still confused about anything, just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll see y'all in the next video.